I can remember my first touch and my first strike. Can you remember right now how it feels when that ball comes off the bat?
Yeah, well, I remember my first ball bang, so I was absolutely bricking it.
That's what I mean,
It was coming down at it seriously. It was Sean Tate bowling, who was one of the quickest in the world at the time. But I remember vividly my first ball. We'd done all the plans on how to bowl at certain batters, and I was just thinking, I just want to get this ball down the other end. I don't care where it goes, as long as it goes straight. Yeah. I remember it was a little bit of a full toss, a little bit over pitched, and just I think the relief of getting that first ball out of the way, having got it down there, it was straight, it didn't go for 4 or 6. I was just like, right, now breathe. It's just another game of cricket. But yeah, I remember that moment just being like, my body was just like out of body experience. Just don't remember. A bit like, I suppose, you waiting for the first ball. I was just like, I wanted to get this ball out of my hand. By the way,
you do have an out of body experience. It's really freaking weird. Yeah. You can almost see yourself as I used to picture myself running at defenders or shooting on target,
like visualising it.
Visualise. You must.
Yeah, we have to.
As a cricketer, you can only blow. You've got that, right? Whatever it is.
I'm a big fan of this grip.
Something like that.
Do we go for it?
Go for it.
Go for it. All right, like that.
Yeah.
But you've got to visualise. You've got to have that visual thing of you being a winner, positive thinking all the time.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I got better at as my career went on, is being able to visualise like what's going to be coming at you, whether it be a batting or standing at the end of your mark, pretending you got the ball in your hand, thinking about how you're going to go about your business. But at first, I was like, what's visualisation? Didn't really think much about it. And then the further I got throughout my career, I was like,
huge thing for a professional footballer.
It's huge.
Because that's what I was going to ask, is when exactly this came in your timeline for making your ODI or your England debut, because the venom at that time between England and Australia was huge after the 2010-2011 Ashes series, and finally going to be able to beat them. But then you make your test debut in the Ashes itself, 2013, against them again. How different an atmosphere is that for the Ashes?
Oh, it's huge. In comparison to just any international match, it's like it's another step above. It's just, I mean, it is the pinnacle in our sport, especially in Test cricket. And, you know, people prefer different formats and things like that. But in terms of what I grew up on was Test cricket, watching Test cricket, watching England versus Australia. So to then be a part of it and making my Ashes debut was just feeling that. I mean, I remember Ian Botham gave me my cap at the time, and even that was surreal. I was like, right, this is Beefy Botham giving me my England cap. It's like, you know, you never you don't even dream of those sort of moments. You know, when people say, oh, it's a dream come true. Well, I didn't even dream of that because I didn't think it was really possible. But yeah, I remember that game. I didn't overly perform that well, but to be a part of that Ashes winning side in 2013 was a big step, and it kind of just gave me an appetite for wanting more of it, really. And that's kind of
it's only that size anyway.
Well, there is that.
I saw a great picture of you of Ian Bell. Ian Bell's a big Villa fan as well. Yeah. And I saw a brilliant picture, in fact, because Kate, you showed me it. I mean, holding the Ashes, Little Urn, with the Villa shirt behind you, which was just brilliant.
So good.
Yeah. Belly was good at that. Belly always would have his Villa shirt in his locker, or you know, at the ground or something.
Did you ever think, this is a really stupid question actually, and I was going to almost stop myself. I was saying, did you ever think about Aston Villa when you struck one at the thing, when I thought, I wonder if it'd be good, if it would, wonder scoring at the whole end would be the same feeling
absolutely, as... I've dreamt that, the amount of dreams I've had of me scoring at the whole end.
No way.
And then I wake up and I'm like, see, like, it felt so good, so real, and then you wake up and you're like, that's a killer. You want to go back into the dream.
Because I've done that, the amount of times I've pictured myself hitting a 6.
Really?
No.
Very good.
But so what? Right, batting order.
Yeah.
Are we opening? Are we at 5? Are we at 8?
Myself?
Yeah.
Oh no, further down. So eight's usually been my number.
See, I wouldn't have been happy with that. Come on.
Well, the thing is, it's never good enough to get any higher. Some of these players that bat 1 to 6 are unbelievable. I mean, I generally either open the bowling or come on first change. So bowling's my primary sort of skill, and the main thing that I've always done. So batting was always kind of secondary, but you know, I pride myself on being the best batter that I could be. But I got up to 6, but just not for it. In fact, actually, I made my test debut batting 6.
Really?
Yeah.
That's in the first team, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're playing in the first team there.
We're in the first team, yeah.
I was just going to say, can you have a preferred batting partner?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like, so say somebody opens the batting and you get in at 6 and he's still there and you're like, Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely guys that bounce off each other better by batting together in the middle. So, like, for instance, an opening partnership is really important. You know, they need to know each other's games, what works for each other, because you talk in the middle a lot of the time. So you constantly help. It's a bit like a centre-back partnership sort of thing.
I can remember playing
or a
here.
strike partnership.
Well, Gary Shaw, big Gary Thompson, who would win every header, which means I could just anticipate everything the big man did. And we almost had a real sync.
Yeah, if you know each other's games, it's exactly the
so
same thing.
It's exactly definitely the same in cricket.
Yeah, 100%. There's so many guys that will change, especially opening the batting in particular. That if they change partner, all of a sudden their game can go to bits. So yeah, there's definitely a flow of being able to change strike and make sure you, as I said, if something's not looking right, someone's not playing well, your partner at the other end's huge in that. And being able to go, well, you're not doing this, or this bowler's trying to do this to you. Have you thought about doing that? And I suppose in football it's a very similar thing, especially partnerships in terms of up front and at the back, I'd say,
yeah.
I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice in terms of your batting credentials, though, because we definitely are crediting you as an all-rounder.
Yeah.
To gain a Test century at Lords in itself, would that have to go down as one of your...
No
See, that should be in your dream. That should be in one of your dreams.
No one can take that away from me,
But would that go down? It has to, surely. It's one of your career highs.
Yeah, 100%. One of my favourite moments. I just, you wish that you just took it in a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you just kind of had that moment again to be able to really soak it up, because I don't
take the helmet off.
Took the helmet off, kissed the badge, gave it
Yeah.
to the crowd and stuff. But I remember looking back and thinking, where did that 30 seconds go? Do you know what I mean? Like, hard to really take it all in. And I think maybe it went by so quick, and I didn't really know what to do, because it was my first 100 for England. And I was like, I didn't really... you watch the guys that do it all the time, like Joe Root, for instance, who's got 30-odd Test centuries. He's got a routine and he knows what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? Well, I was just a rabbit in the headlights.
What's your top score, Test cricket?
Test score 137. Not out.
Not out.
I should add.
Not out.
No, well, that's what I was going to say.
Take the asterisks.
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
And your ODI?
ODI 95, not out, I think it is.
Correct.
Yeah, we tied that game. We were in real trouble. I came in batting 8 and we got it down to the last ball. We needed 7 to win. Obviously, so you can't win. 6 to tie. And Liam Plunkett hit a 6 off the last ball. So pretty cool game to be a part of, actually.